Okay, so I'm gonna be making this video. It's like 4 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I actually ended up waking up at 1 in the morning. Um, I just haven't been able to go back to sleep yet. So the green light, and I think if you can see it in my glasses reflection, it's an alien because it's an inflatable alien. You see it in my glasses reflection? That's what the green light is. Um, but so my last video I posted up, I had mentioned that I had to kind of cut off my family. And interestingly enough, since then, not only have I had so many videos that I've seen pop up with scriptures about being okay with that. One that I keep reading over and over and over again, and I've highlighted it and bracketed in my Bible, is Psalms 27. There's also Psalms 118 that specifically talks about how we shouldn't put our trust in man. Now, I do believe that if God is going to place anybody in your life, it'll be of His doing. And He's going to be like, okay, um, you don't need these people in your life. You need to trust me and only me to provide people in your life, to provide the things that you need in your life, not to try to rely on people at all. And I believe that's how God works when it comes to how we live our lives in faith. And I gotta, the update for this is that he is showing out right now. Um, my video is kind of turning from prophecy stuff. Now, I still do believe that every second, every minute, every hour, and every day, we still want to look up. And we're still going to be listening for that trumpet to blow, for the pre-tribulation rapture to happen. But when it comes to what God has been doing in my life, I haven't really been focusing on that as much as the other stuff that He's been doing. Um, and one update, actually a couple of them. So the day after I made that decision, including that, right? Had to have been that night too. Like I said, I was getting a lot of videos talking about scriptures. And I also ended up applying for a commercial that's going to be taking place here in the Minneapolis area. And I just prayed, look, you've showed me this. If I am to apply for this commercial, um, push me to it. Because there are things that like I've saved on the acting website or the casting call website that I'm on, and some of them I just don't feel like I should apply for the job. But this one, I was like, okay, well, by far the pay for this would be the most I would ever get so far from an acting job. So I applied for it. And as far as things have been going, I did get picked to be part of it. I know where they're going to be filming it. And so far, it all looks pretty legitimate. It doesn't seem like a scam at all so far. We'll have to see what happens because it's going to be happening next weekend. On Thursday, there was another flyer. Excuse me. Another flyer on one of the. I'm part of several acting and film casting groups on Facebook, and there was another flyer that popped up that they were needing a Native American for the part of a drifter in a film. I don't know when it's going to be filmed, but it's a lead role, and it has potential of being a trilogy, a film trilogy. And they want the people or the individual who's going to play this Native American drifter. There's opportunity to really work the character to be memorable, that people want back. And I'm like, that's a fantastic opportunity. Now, when it comes to everything going on in this world, I honestly would prefer the rapture over everything else. I want the rapture to happen over anything else because of the fact that I know we'll be taken out of the misery of this life and how bad things have gotten. But if God is providing me with these opportunities for work in the acting industry and the film industry, I will take that. Excuse me, tired. I will take that because he's providing me, and it could be possibly rewarding me for only putting my faith in him as of this time. And like I said before, like it's not that I don't love my family anymore. I do. I just cannot have them in my life anymore, especially if my family is very, very materialistic and they've never wanted to see it that way. I've actually been avoiding phone calls. Avoiding phone calls because I just don't feel it's necessary that I need to talk with them or any of them. So far, only my mom has been trying to call and leave messages and stuff. I haven't listened to them. I haven't called back. I just believe that right now, I need to have complete trust and faith in God that He is providing. He will provide, as He has for like the last several months. But to have people in my life who are not going to help me in my life becomes just a toxic situation. And that it would be better off if I didn't have them in my life, especially if they're not benefiting my life. And there was a video I saw the other day, and like I said, these are all videos that were like a day or two after I made this decision, and they've all confirmed my concern on am I doing the right thing? and they confirmed that I was doing the right thing because one of the videos had said, "Isn't God alone enough?" And yeah, he is. Um, so when it comes to my little end of the world here, um, if I am to make that sacrifice of getting or cutting my family off of my life, then I have to make sure that when I make that sacrifice, that I am now fully devoted to God, on faith in Him, on what He is going to do for me. Um, that way, I can concentrate on Him, and He can concentrate on me, and not have my attention elsewhere looking for help when He knows there's not going to be any help. If He provides people, if He provides jobs, if He provides more hours at my job, um, I will accept those because those are Him saying, "Hey, have this, do this. I will carry you through these tough times." And I myself really, really would love to be an example for everybody out there who is struggling financially, struggling physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and say there's going to be sacrifices and very, very, very tough decisions to be made in this life. God has never promised us an easy life, but our rewards for turning to Him, having faith in Him, far outweigh what our sacrifices are. And there's not going to be many people that understand that. People will mock your situation. One way that they mock your situation is say, "Well, nobody forced you to do that. Nobody forced you to do this." And that's just them saying, "Well, you're in this situation because you put yourself there and nobody forced you to do that. So you had to make these other decisions in the situation." And they don't understand that because of their lack of empathy. I'm not saying sympathy. Sympathy can be easily displaced. I'm saying empathy. Empathy being able to put themselves in your position and say, "Yeah, I don't want that to happen. I want to help you." That's how people want to help others, is because they've been in that situation before. For those who mock situations in your life, those who have mocked situations in my life, that is also proof of prophecy that mockers and scoffers will come in the last days. And it doesn't say specifically mocking and scoffing of the Bible and the pre-tribulation rapture. It just says mockers and scoffers. They will mock and scoff you because there isn't going to be any natural affection and natural empathy anymore. I have been mocked and scoffed about almost everything in my life from people that was said that they would be there in my hurt and never were. But I know that Christ is King through everything. This is why I believe when it comes to like Job, when it comes to um, even like Esther, and well, pretty much anybody who's ever had chose their faith and concentrated on God, they were rewarded for their faith. And I doubt that there's going to be any books written about me, but I do want to have it at least on record that yes, it is hard to have faith in God when we as people are so into physical manifestations of what we believe would be help. But because God is the God of over everything, He sees where we are. He knows what's going on in our lives. And He wants to be there. He's our Father. He wants to say, hey, I don't want my children to be in these troubled times, struggling. And He always knows best. He really does. So I really pray yet again that those of you who are still struggling, especially financially and spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally, that God is still going to be with you, that He's always there saying, turn to me, because I have seen so much proof in the last week showing that turning to God is the best decision you can make, even if it's at a cost of sacrificing connection with your family or friends or close people that claim to be your brothers or sisters. God will provide. And I didn't say God might provide. I said God will provide. And we do have to have patience in Him. It's difficult, but we do have to have patience. So hopefully this is a positive word for you, that even in this tough time, we can make it with God's help and only with God's help. Always pray for clarity. Always pray for the right signs, and really, really listen to Him. And if you're reading the Bible, yep, Psalms 27, Psalms 118, the whole of it, all of it, read it. It'll really put it in perspective. But I should get some sleep. I gotta be up in like 4 hours for church. So, you guys have a good day. And if anything else comes around, I might be on later on today. You never know. All right. Well, sleep well or have a good day, whatever it is. I know I'm a green talking head, but like I said, I got my alien. Anyways, have a good day.